Hey, welcome back to the EFS Podcast. This is Brian.
This is Darryl.
And Darryl, this is episode 519, Fatality by Committee.
Yeah, there's some fatalities. There's a potential fatality in July.
Oh, yeah.
Big screen.
Did you see my subtitle?
Oh, yes. Quite literally.
Finish him. Frenchie is cooked. Literally cooked.
Although, to be fair, they really toned it down versus what he should have looked like.
Oh, yeah. So, well, the door was open. Anyway, all right. So this week we're gonna bitch about the Odyssey again. We're gonna talk about Running Point season 2 episodes 1 through 4, and then we'll come back next week with the rest of the season. We're gonna talk about the Punisher Shoot Me in the Head, and the Boys penultimate episode, also Shoot Me in the Head, and Mortal Kombat 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Rip your heart out.
Yeah.
And step on it.
Anyway, I think I almost what I almost called this episode. Plot armor doesn't go all the way up. But we'll get to that. Darryl, how are you?
All right, you mean somebody has an Achilles head?
Yup. So my Pistons don't deserve to win.
So did they lose yesterday?
Oh yeah. So they were up by like 10 or whatever. They went on the Cavs went on a 9-0 streak at the end of the game to force overtime. And then they won by 4. And they were up by 10 at overtime by one point. The Cavs were. So
hold on.
Yeah.
The Cavs scored the last 9 points in regulation.
Yep. At home. Or on the road. It's their first road playoff victory.
Wow.
Yep. So honestly, at this point, like, I don't want the Pistons to lose, but if they lose, I will not be surprised.
If they die, they die.
If they die, they die. Although, and good news, the Giants play the first 2 games of the season on primetime TV.
Who do they have?
They open against the Cowboys on Sunday Night Football, and then against Washington on Monday Night Football.
Okay.
So, but
remember,
they
temper expectations.
They play in Indianapolis on November 19th, or November 29th.
Temper expectations.
So we know what Brian's getting for his birthday.
I like how he's pointedly ignoring what I'm saying.
Super Bowl or bust, baby. I told you, it's Super Bowl or bust.
Oh, that's going to be a big bust because they're not going.
No, I mean, it's the Harbaugh ball. The Harbaugh ball is gonna So, although we do have a big matchup with the Tennessee Titans in week 3, in New York.
I will say, though, to your point, because it's one of those things I sometimes forget that, like, I don't know why, that Harbaugh is their coach now. It just sounds so weird.
Right.
That he's the coach of the Giants and not Baltimore. Right. So that's, I would say, and again, barring any health issues on the team, that's guaranteed 5 more wins than what they had last year. I mean, guaranteed. Like, that's probably their floor.
Yep. So, I mean, if they win 9 games, I'm over the moon.
I do think 8-9 is probably their floor. I mean, again, without injuries.
But they play 5 times on national TV right now, like in prime time. So NBC week 1, ESPN week 2, Amazon week 10 against the Commanders. Week 2's against the Rams, not the Commanders. And then week 16 against the Detroit Lions, which they're at the Lions again this year. So I'm thinking maybe I'll see them twice. And then week 18, the Saturday or Sunday game against the Eagles.
Sweet.
Super excited. Anyway, let's do you want to talk about this bullshit?
Dude, Christopher Nolan's bought and paid for. That's all I'm going to say.
Bought and paid for. So it's gotten worse, by the way.
Oh yeah, like I just watched some stuff he said, and I didn't like about an hour ago, which I did not realize he said.
Well, and Travis Scott's in the movie.
Oh yeah, I knew Travis Scott was in the movie.
Yeah, I
So
mean, it's
here's
just
the thing, and the whole Travis Scott thing. He talks about the Odyssey being like the story being passed down, in like poetry,
mhm.
kind of like rap. Okay, he said that. Whatever. Okay. He says there's no orchestra because there were no orchestra, at that time. Okay, fine, whatever. And then you turn around and make Helen of Troy Lupita Nyong.
Mhm.
And again, this is the thing. I think she is stunning.
Oh,
Like
she's
really,
gorgeous.
she is
I'm a
beautiful.
big fan.
She's not Greek.
No.
She's not Trojan. Like she's none of those things that Helen of Troy was.
Right.
So you on one hand you say this stuff, and then you do the opposite thing. Oh, and we know why you're doing it. You're doing it because you're adhering to Hollywood's, if it's not woke, if I almost said woke enough, if it's not diverse enough. Well, I was right when I said woke enough. That there are no Oscar shows, there are no Oscar nods for you. That's why you did it. You sold out for that instead of making something. Oh, and seeing more and listening about more about, and again, before this, about that Emily whatever's translations and the criticisms of her translations by other people in the
Mhm.
community of history of that of that field. That's a bold strategy, Cotton, and it's not going to work out.
No.
I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
Like, and again, it's still not 100% confirmed, but where there's smoke, there's fire around Elliot Page, and if it becomes fact that Elliot Page is playing Achilles,
Mhm.
like they should just burn all the they should just burn all the hard drives of this movie and just burn it up.
Burn it down.
It's just I just I can't
Mhm.
with this movie. Like I said last week, I have never seen a second trailer for a movie I was excited for and have my excitement drop as fast. It was like I was born in Sparta and I was born with with missing one leg, and then they just tossed me off the cliff. That's how my excitement went for that.
Right.
And if you know anything about the Spartans, you'll understand that.
Yes. Yes, you do. I guess just don't go see the movie. Don't necessarily boycott it. Go to the movie theater the weekend it opens, buy some popcorn, and then go to a different movie.
I wonder what else is going to be. I really 3 months ago I really wanted to see this. Now I don't want to see it.
Yeah. Well, also, since we're talking about sad things right now, Donald Gibb died, Ogre,
Yeah.
from Revenge of the Nerds, and Jean-Claude Van Damme's buddy in Bloodsport.
Yep.
So that was sad. And then James McCaffrey died as well.
Who?
Remember the show Viper? The show about the
Yeah, I love Viper, the car.
Yeah, and he's the voice of Max Payne. I mean, he's been in a ton of stuff. He was on Rescue Me. You know him if you saw him. So
yeah, okay.
he's one of those guys. But yeah, he died as well. That's kind of sad. And he was only 60 something, 65, but he had multiple melanoma.
And Gibb was 71.
Yeah. Yup. So, we're waiting for the third. So it's so weird. Like all of these, we're looking at all these movies that come out now, right? And like I'm gonna use Odyssey. Like it's just, since we're talking about it, like nobody's gonna look back at the Odyssey in 40 years and be like, man, I'm really sad that actor from the Odyssey died. They're gonna an actor's gonna die, and they're gonna be like, they were in the Odyssey. It's gonna be. I mean, it's just sad that
You
like
know what I want to do now?
how far all this has gone.
Yeah. And again, I don't know if you saw it, but I actually went to see it before. The Return with Ray Fiennes. He plays Odysseus.
Oh,
I'd rather
really?
watch that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that came out at the end of 24, I
Oh,
think.
I missed that one.
Yeah, I never saw it. So it was on. I forgot what streaming site it was on a few months ago, and I never watched, sat down and watched it. But I'd rather watch that now. Watch that in Troy. Yeah, I'll watch that as a double dip
I'd
instead
rather
of
just
going to
hit
see the
myself in
Odyssey.
the head repeatedly with a hammer than watch Troy.
I love Troy. Love it. It's awesome. It's bad, but it's
Oh no,
awesome.
not Troy. I'm sorry. The Odyssey. I've never watched Troy. I still haven't
Oh,
seen
dude,
it.
Troy
I know we've
is
talked about this
awesome.
before. I need to watch it. All right, let's move on to something positive for once, or not for once, but just positive. So Running Point season 2 has been out for a little bit. Jen and I binged it like the first weekend, and you were like, I'm on the fence. I'm not going to watch it, and maybe I'll watch it. And then you finally did watch it.
To be fair, I mean I liked it so much I probably could have. It would have been rough, but I probably could have watched the rest of the season yesterday.
Yeah, you had 6 more episodes to go.
Yeah, I know, but I there was a point where after I watched episode 4, I think Tuesday night or whatever, I purposely did not start watching episode 5
Yeah.
because I wanted to keep everything focused on the first 4 episodes, and I know it's easy to, when you're watching a bunch, you're going to be like, oh well, no, this happened in episode 6. No, this happened in. So I didn't want to do that.
Sure.
But I really like this. I really like the first 4 episodes.
Yeah, I like the show, like just in general. I love the first season. I actually like the second season even better. Um, it's one of these times. So I'm not the biggest like Ray Romano fan, right? This
Yeah.
is one of the few times I really like Ray Romano's special brand of quirkiness, kind of like in Parenthood. I liked him in Parenthood as well. And it's Norm's a similar character to the guy he played in Parenthood. Just a better basketball coach, not a photographer. But anyway, I did like this. I liked the good focus on the other brothers this time. Like it wasn't just all Isla, but like it is all Isla at the same time. Like I just felt like it was very balanced with all the characters in the show.
And what I really like about Isla is, and the writing of her character is, and again, we know how Hollywood does such a terrible job writing. They don't want them to feel like they make mistakes or mess up.
Mm-hmm.
And they've done, but I mean, with season 1 too, but particularly in this season. So there's the plot point with one of the characters holding out, the rookie, what's his name? Dyson.
Dyson, yeah.
And she goes to him and basically says, I made you. Like, look what I look like. This is because of me. I mean, that is not something you say to somebody
Right.
who, I mean, and again, her brother Jackie is like, you didn't say X, Y, and Z to him, did you? She's like, no. Well, yeah, I kind of did.
Yeah.
So she makes mistakes. She is a flawed character, like everybody is.
That's why she's a good character.
Exactly. Like, I love that because she's in a position she's never been in, and what is it like? She's never been in, and she does some great stuff. She has some great insights, but she also flops. She flopped as a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Like when her what's her name, Brenda?
Yeah.
No,
Brenda
Brenda
it's
Song.
Allie.
That's the actress.
Allie. Yeah,
Allie.
Brenda Song. Brenda Song is
Yeah.
fantastic in this show, by the way.
Yeah, she's great too. But I mean, I really love how they positioned Isla's character. It's not a weakness when you show a character has flaws.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically being a character like that is more relatable. And that's why I like her character so much. That's why this season, the first 4 episodes, I liked it even more than I liked last season, like you said too. But I mean, and they focus a lot on Sandy. Ness, I don't know. And what I mean I don't know is he hasn't had a lot of stuff to do per se, especially when you're talking about from a outside of the basketball arena. But I don't know if that that changes or not.
Well, so like Scott MacArthur is like perfect. They use him perfectly, right?
Right.
He can be too much. really easily. And like, so by not letting him go full Scott MacArthur, um, they just use him really, really well. He does have a thing later on in the season, with some player stuff that I'm not gonna spoil, but like, he definitely has some moments later on too
Okay.
that he gets
All right.
more. And the whole don't mess it up is a thing. And he does something, and then he's trying to be like, well, don't Isla it up, and they're like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. So you'll get there.
And then and I know you said mentioned something about Jack, because Jackie hasn't had a ton to do. I mean, he's actually had, what are they called, the heat check moments,
Oh
the
yeah.
woman I just
Oh
mentioned,
yeah,
where
he's 100% the
he
heat check
he tells
character.
Isla, look, yeah, because he helps Isla relate to Dyson, and in the position of, well, feeling like you deserve it or something like that, and helping her be able to go back to Dyson in a way she should have before, but she was, because she has a tendency to lash out.
Hmm.
And so he had that great heat check moment. I know you did say there he has more to go
Oh yeah.
as far as this season goes. So I do like that balance of the characters that we've gotten this season, and kind of the hints of what we're going to get. And I'm talking from a person who obviously hasn't seen the rest of the season, but
Hmm.
I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed this. They introduce a new character, Brielle, who is
Hmm.
the women's, I don't know, supposed to be like Caitlin Clark or whatever. But I told you, she she went from me not liking her at all to loving her in like 60 seconds of airtime. It
Yeah.
was so weird. I was like, oh God, who is this? I don't like her. And then I was like, okay, I take that back.
Yeah. Well, she's Travis's girlfriend, so get used to it.
Yeah.
But dude, I didn't realize Travis was Chet Hanks, Tom Hanks's kid,
Yes.
the good one.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. You didn't know, like,
I'm
I
sure I
didn't know
did,
that when we
but
watched it last year.
you know what? I feel like
And
I
then I
said this
found,
last year when we were talking about
yeah,
season one.
dude,
But
you had, you knew,
yeah,
you knew, because
I just
I think you might have told me, because
there's too
I
much.
know for,
I'm looking at the cast list right now, but
yeah,
I gotta say, Marcus this season has been like so much better because he's like kind of a little bit of a troll, but he's also like, depending on which character he's the angel on the shoulder or the demon on the shoulder.
yeah, pretty much.
And I like that. I like the stuff with him and Ray Romano. Like him and Norm they're great foils for each other. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Sandy, giving off like the energy. I think he stole Jason Bateman, not only his look but his energy.
Seriously, man.
So
Like, I
he's
know
got
we
all
said
that
this
going on.
last year too, but like, I haven't seen him in anything else since then, and it just, like, watching him on screen, I'm thinking, dude, I had to double check. Like, is this Jason Bateman's like brother from another mother or something
Well,
like
especially like
that?
when Charlie quits being a dog groomer and wants to become a reality TV star, and then all of a sudden they're shooting in his house, and he's just not dealing with. He's like, "No, we're not doing
Yeah.
this." Um, I just
It's,
it was like the fuck you are.
yeah.
Like,
I love that. But his character would have been at home in Arrested
oh,
Development.
absolutely.
Like, seriously.
I think a lot of these characters would
Yeah,
have been at home in
that's,
Arrested
to be fair, yeah, that's true.
These are the more successful siblings of the people at the country club where the Bluths hang out.
Right.
But yeah, it's really, I don't know. It's just a fun show. I feel like it's heartwarming at the same time as it's funny, and like, there's some drama to it, but it's nothing like super
It
salacious.
Yeah, it has an air of Ted Lasso to me, that wholesomeness.
Yeah.
Not quite. I don't think it's quite there
Oh yeah. I mean, it's
or
not on the
quite as
level of
good.
Ted Lasso,
No, no, no.
but
I mean,
yeah,
there's not going to be a actor here that's going to be, playing, Major League Soccer or anything like that. But
yeah,
it's in that vein. It's
right,
in that, it's in the same city as that Ted Lasso type energy,
yeah,
which I really like, because when we have so much cynical stuff, which we will really get into later on when we talk about The Boys,
hmm
it's really good to have something that is wholesome or even wholesome adjacent, as I would call this show.
Yeah. All right. So out of 10, those Canadians are the nicest cutthroats ever. What do you give this one?
7.5 out of 10. I just have a lot of fun with it, and I really want to get back into it and watch the second half of the season.
So as I described my rating for Send Help to you, this is a very positive 7.6.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, seven above seven is positive
oh yeah,
anyway.
no, but I mean it's a very positive 7.6. Like Send Help. I told you I give it a very positive 6.5. So
Right.
but
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, all right, let's move on to the Punisher. One last turn the bowl. One last kill. One shot. What's it called? One last
One
kill.
last kill.
Yeah. So I'm gonna share with everybody what I told you this morning after I finished watching this. This show, one shot, mini movie, short film, whatever you want to call it, was very gratuitous and for John Varenthal, very masturbatory.
And to be fair, I like gratuitous. I can get down with gratuitous. That's why I gave it what I gave it, because the last 15 minutes it felt like a video game to me, to be honest, which was not a negative. My problem is it tried to do, and I said this to like a couple of the guys were talking about it. One liked it, one was like he was very underwhelmed by it, and I was obviously with the latter dude. Where I said it tried to be, what did I say? It tried to be the raid / dread, and
Yeah,
just
just in
failed
the
at it.
wrong direction. He's trying to go
Yeah,
down
it just
instead
failed at,
of up.
and
Yeah.
it didn't help that the first 5 minutes of the show, I my head hurt. I was rolling my eyes so hard, because this is what we call the things that they showed were absolutely 100% rage bait and emotional manipulation to the highest level that completely took me out of the episode. It really took me out of it.
Oh, when he throws the dog in front of the dump truck, I'm like, I'm out. Like, that when that happened, I turned it off and like went back to the halftime show of like commentary of the Pistons game.
That absolutely took me out of the show.
Yeah. And then at the
And
end too, where that guy's like, "Hey, that's my top,"
yeah,
or whatever he said, and then they're
yeah.
like, "That's not all he took from me." It's like, oh my god. Okay. How was he allowed to just walk around on the street? Because he killed like 95 people. Like, I feel like he should get exiled at this point, because that's for mass homicide. Yeah. That's the punishment in New York City.
Yeah, it is. There's a precedent in Daredevil Born Again, so he should be exiled. Yeah, I just, the whole story, and this is the thing. I thought for a split second, and this is my fault, where you have the Judith Light, from Who's the Boss, come in, in her wheelchair and talking about awful. She reminded me of Sharon Stone in Nobody too.
Oh yes, with the horrible accent.
Yeah.
She had the fake New Jersey accent, and like, "You killed my son, my boy.
Yeah.
You killed him, my boy." And
for a second,
yeah.
I thought she was asking him for help, or it comes out that he killed somebody that didn't deserve it.
Right, but no, they all deserved it.
So
according to the
point
Punisher's, morality. But
what was the point of it then?
yeah,
Like, and what was the point of letting her walk away and live?
Right, when like right there he had a gun. He could have just shot the wheel out of her wheelchair and tipped over and broke her hip. There's lots of ways he could have done it. There were no real like okay, this is very much in the John Wick genre, the way they shot this and the way like the gun kata type stuff. But like not finishing off the rest of the Ganucci family, like that's not something he does. He
No,
doesn't let her walk away. He doesn't have
that
qualms about killing women.
that's the I was gonna say that's the other thing. He has no qualms about killing a woman that deserve it. Let's go back to the Punisher
Yeah.
the fight in the bathroom
Right.
he had in the Punisher season
Yeah.
or season. I don't know if it was yeah
Oh,
in
well,
the
it was the
series.
first season, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, because I didn't watch the
like
second season.
yeah,
Um,
protecting the girl
but
in the
like,
bathroom.
I had a
Like, come on.
buddy. I had a buddy who was like, Judith Light was powerful and strong and a great thing. And come award season, she's going to be winning awards. I'm like, for what?
Are you? He was trolling.
Here,
Please,
no,
please.
no, no. He's an Access Media guy. But the thing is like I started watching this on my tablet. I turned it off. I finished it on my phone. That's how little I cared about this show. That's how like I'm only watched it because we were talking about it today.
Yeah, and again, it's the same for the budgets they have.
Mhm.
Disney has with stuff. So much of their shit looks so cheap.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing it looked cheap. Like I don't get me wrong, I liked the action, but it was kind of soulless action. It wasn't visceral enough for me because again, the surroundings just seemed cheap. It honestly, some of it played out like some of the movies we saw with Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat 2 and the original 95 Mortal Kombat. Remember,
Yeah.
you're supposed to fall down now.
Yeah. Like when he fell off the roof to the less tall roof and landed on the like metal box and it exploded like the ring announce table in WWE.
The
And
Spanish
then
announcer table.
when he's like, oh, and then jumps and like lands on the scaffolding. And then the guy throws the other guy off at him. And then he like rolls off and like misses the bus and lands like on his head on the concrete. And I'm like, oh, we're dealing with Black Widow again. When she fell down the building and she had every
Oh,
fire escape on the I want to suck a dick fire escape
dude,
to
I,
quote to
I,
paraphrase Tweeter.
dude, I legit excised that scene out of my
Oh,
memory.
that's all I could think of. I was like,
I
oh,
compl-
okay.
I completely
And
scrubbed that
the
scene from my
CGI
memory.
of it was so bad.
Yeah,
So bad. Like so bad. I
yes.
just Here's the other thing that really bothers me is Andre Royo was in this, who was Bubbles on The Wire, who is a fantastic actor, who is not celebrated enough and who has not done enough in Hollywood, in my opinion. And he was just a shopkeeper who was getting beat up and then watched Frank Castle just murder 10 people in his store while getting blood everywhere, mind you. Like, I just,
Yeah, all
what
that
a
food's got to
waste.
get thrown away now.
Yeah, Deborah
Like
Ann
I'm
Wall was
sad.
worthless in this, like as a figment, a fugazi.
The whole Figment thing in general, again,
Yeah,
that took me out of it because that was a big part of the first 20 minutes.
yeah.
Or it's
Well, and
just
him wanting to kill himself at his daughter's grave, and it's like,
it's like what type of I mean, I know you're a psychopath, but you would actually do that?
these are people who do not understand the Punisher. This is the problem,
No.
right? He's not an anti-hero. He's not even a hero. He's a bat. He is what happens if Batman has a mental break and starts shooting people.
Yes.
He is Huntress with guns instead of crossbows and
Yeah.
less morality, which
Yeah. I
is
mean,
weird to say.
you go back to the Civil War comics and the bad guys, there's a couple bad guys that come out and say, "Hey, we want to fight for y'all." He guns them down.
Right.
Like absolutely without a thought. And
He
then
kills
Captain
Captain
America
America at one point.
and then Captain America again, he's like, "I'm not going to fight you because of what you stand for." But yeah, like I mean, we say it with Star Wars a lot. with with I mean, their animated shows notwithstanding a lot of the times because their animated shows are usually the best of
Hmm.
Disney Star Wars. But Disney does like this whole Disney and these writers just not getting characters and understanding them. I just
Yeah, I don't know. I liked this paragraph I found. It says this special attempts to bridge Frank's story between Daredevil Born Again, which he wasn't really in, and the next MCU appearance. And then for us, this one lands less like a brutal character study and more like Marvel trying to convince everyone that misery equals depth. Frank deserves better. So do we.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, I don't know. So out of 10, Disney just doesn't get it. What do you give this?
I give it a 4 out of 10, and I like just talk because I like the last 15 minutes of the just that whole the raid style.
The rooftop
It was
fight?
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. It was ridiculous and not ridiculous in a way like I love it. It's so ridiculous because it like you say gratuitous, but it wasn't gratuitous enough because it felt too staged. It wasn't like if you watch the raid. I mean, you've seen the raid, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, one of the best action movies ever made.
Like the
just
Raid,
incredible.
Dread, Mayhem, they all did it better.
Oh, absolutely.
So I give it a 1 out of 10.
Yeah. And I can't argue with that, honestly. That 1 out of 10.
I was like, it's like so desensitized to the Disney like Punisher that I'm just like, oh, he's killing again. Just random people for random reasons. It's just whatever. I don't like Barenthal's Punisher because he's too grunty and he's not as calculating as the Punisher should be.
Well, this is the thing though. He was. You go back to Daredevil season 2.
Sure. Well, I didn't see Daredevil season 2, so because I didn't like his character in the Punisher or in Daredevil. I don't like the way. I just don't. I don't.
Okay, that's fine. But what I'm saying, I'm like, hold on. Your gruntiness thing, I get that because that like oh and all that, that's a little much. And again, it you're talking about desensitization when you see it over and over and over and over and over. I get that. What I'm disagreeing. Like he was absolutely strategic in the way he was portrayed in Daredevil season 2. And they've actually walk that back. So that's the thing I don't like. And we've seen this with other characters. When you look at a character and you say, okay, this character did this here, and now they're backsliding because plot points.
And what really didn't work is he let all these people get hurt and abused and assaulted, and then like just walks by, and then all of a sudden, like when he could have just walked away, he's like, no, I'm gonna go save this shop owner. It's just the John Barenthal was one of the co-writers on this. I feel like the 51 minutes is 50 minutes longer than I should have given this show my attention. Anyway.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's move on. So out of the frying pan and into the fire, as they say. The Boys penultimate episode. I'm going to reiterate again what I told you yesterday. I cannot wait for this show to be over.
I cannot wait to stop watching this show.
So this was season 5, episode 7, The Frenchman, the female, and the man called Mother's Milk. And I'm going to focus on the last of that trio. So Mother's Milk in the comic book is the only boy who didn't take V because he already had powers from his mom's breast milk. And he was kind of obsessed with milk in the comic. And they gave that story to Homelander. But the story that they gave for how he got his name was the gayest, dumbest. These people have never had boys who had friends who bullied each other story I've ever fucking heard.
Again, it was eye-rollingly bad. Eye-rollingly bad. It plays into, and I know other people have said this, but you said it too. Not How I Met Your Mother, but The Big Bang Theory. It was written by people who think they how they look at geeks,
right?
When it's not really how geeks are.
Well, especially the women that these men end up with in The Big Bang Theory would never happen.
Yeah.
So
No.
no matter how rich they were, they're not getting, Kaylee Cuoco or Melissa, what's her name? Melissa Rauch. It's just not happening. Like maybe Maya Bacalic. Sure. Like, they could land her, but yeah, I'll say this. We get Marie Moreau and Jordan Lee for nothing
Or in
to
the
hand
beginning and
off
the
a
end.
notebook.
Yeah.
It could have been mailed. It could have been carrier pigeoned. It could have just been left at a drop point, and like Marie could have left like a blood circle around it or something. But no, like, and they even like, oh, so you're the new god tier soup who can fight the Homelander now. And she's like, oh, I don't know. I'm just not. And then Annie's all like, well, you got to be able to control your powers because I hate everyone now and I'm a cynic. And it's like, what? Why? Why even do Gen V? Why even do it? Why even set it up to be this big war of the soups? And then it's the same bullshit that we've had for the last 2.5 seasons.
I don't know, man. It just like this entire. It's so funny because this season started off well. Then we had a bad episode. Then we had a good episode. Then we had a horrible episode. And we have this.
I'm more interested in Bombsight after like half an episode with him than I am with anything else that's happening in this show, which is the only reason that I want to watch. And, Dean Winchester, Vault Rising.
And what's her name should be back too, right? Aya Cash.
I don't know. I didn't see. I mean, I assume she is because,
because she was a huge part of the original, like that whole story.
Time lovers. Anyway, but yeah. Yeah, I think at the end of the day, the people writing this show don't care about it. The people in this show don't care about it. And we're all hoping that it can go. The only thing I liked about the episode was when Kevin threw the thing in the water, the Deep throws the thing in the water, and the shark swims up, and he's like, get in the water. Why don't you come grab it? And it's like, it's obvious what's happening. But then he's like, that's right, motherfucker. We know you did it. If you come in the water, a lake, a puddle, we'll kill you. And it was like, that was like actually funny.
Again, I'm so like you're going back to desensitization.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I'm so desensitized to the stupidity of this show. This again, going back to last season, the thing with the freaking murderous sheep, that should have been funny to me. That is something I would have laughed at. Right. But this show has taken so much stuff and just stuff that should be funny to me is not anymore in this show.
So you're looking at the boys and you're going, you've taken everything from me. And it looks at you and goes, I don't even know who you are.
Sure.
Because they don't care. Because
they don't.
Anyway.
Like the dumbest thing, hands down, was introducing Homelander's. Yes, I'm God now.
Oh yeah,
that's the dumbest thing you did, Eric Kripke. That's retarded. Yes, I said it. Retarded. Well,
because he thinks of Homelander. So the problem with Eric Kripke is he equates Donald Trump to Homelander. Which
because he's an idiot. Like he
couldn't be further from the truth, right?
Again,
like
take out your political feelings and write us a good damn story,
right?
Which you did the first couple seasons,
right? So let's just do a tale of the tape. Homelander is fictional. Donald Trump is in the WWE Hall of Fame. Like they're not the same.
See, that was funny.
That's what you do. That's how you be funny. You say something and then you follow it up with a joke. That happens to be true. Like I'm over Annie. I've been over Starlight forever. Actually, I kind of wanted to see the fake Starlight that was in American Eagle's movie more because she was kind of hot. The two cat people whose names I don't even care to know was.
I almost called the one guy Dogpile, but I mean he played William Vane in I like him. He played William Vane in whatchamacallit, Black
Black
Sails.
Sails, and then he was one of the like the fancy sword fighters in the 100.
Oh, he was. I was about to say he was in 100.
Yeah,
His name is Zach Gowan.
yeah.
That's his name.
So,
I don't
and
even know
he's
his
good. I
character
like
name.
him when he shows
I
up. I'm
like
like,
him.
I'm
Yeah.
interested to see him.
But
Like,
that whole
yeah.
thing with it's just it's again it's like one of those comedians that doesn't know how to rein himself in or doesn't know how to have restraint.
Mm-hmm.
They just keep going with stuff, and again, going back to just it stops being funny.
Yeah.
It's just not funny. It's not fucking funny.
Like, and
It's
it doesn't,
stupid.
and it doesn't have to be funny. That's the thing, is they're trying to make this a funny show, and it's not.
It
And
does. It's yeah.
like okay, I'm gonna do another analogy. So the way X-Men '97 handled Gambit's death and how Rogue reacted to it, to Frenchie's death and how Kamiko reacted to it. It's like there's just none of the weight there, because like she spent the last 2 episodes being like, I don't want to be with him. He wants kids, or he doesn't
Yeah.
want kids. I want kids. Then all of a sudden he's like, I want 3 kids, and we can live in Monaco with a bit of land, and look at this Australian sheepdog I'm adopting. Like, it's like,
Again, it's
yeah,
what dramas do a lot, and that's why I can't stand dramas, like general dramas.
yeah,
Is they add stuff into the show for it to be controversial between the characters, not necessarily other people's opinions, where it doesn't really make sense and it doesn't help. It's like fake rage,
mm-hmm.
and things like that, where they did not need any of that. Instead of having them kind of like breaking apart, it would have been so much better and hit so much harder if they would have been closer than ever, and then he dies like that. Because I will say this, the only reason I gave it the score I did was because I thought Karen, what's her name, Karen Fukuhama or Hora, was phenomenal in that role, in that one segment at the end when she's holding him.
Yeah, but like
I thought that was great.
I see, and I disagree, because like she spent so much time bitching about him, then
No,
all of a sudden, like I don't know, like she was good. Yeah, as an actor,
as an actor, it felt genuine for me.
I think she's the only one who's actually acted in this show outside of Carl Urban for most of it, and like I think this is going to end up turning into a miss for Carl Urban, which he has got a stellar record of just being in cool shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah,
all right.
Again,
So out of 5, a God complex is a terrible thing to waste.
1.5. Again, just to reiterate what we said, I cannot wait till next week and this show being over and not having to ever talk about it again.
You convinced me to adjust mine down to a 1.5.
Yeah, I saw that. It just, dude, it's awful. It was awful.
Anyway, you peer pressured me into agreeing with you by facts and logic. Anyway, all right, let's move on. We're gonna,
end with a high note.
Yeah, we're ending on a high note. Mortal Kombat 2, not Electric Boogaloo, but Mortal Kombat 2. I want to get it out of the way because I'm super excited about this. So out of 10, you always go for the head. I gave this a 7.99, and a very, very, very positive 7.99. And the only reason I didn't give it higher than that is because it's not that kind of movie. But man, this was fun.
I gave it a 7.87. So
You're right there with me.
Yeah, I absolutely love this. It was so much fun.
So before we talk about the movie, 1, Carl Urban, Johnny Cage. Johnny Cage is my favorite character in Mortal Kombat. I always played as Johnny Cage because fuck you people in your range attacks. I'm going to punch you in the balls. Adeline Rudolph as Katana was fantastic. Like that movie that character could have been just horrible and awful, and she had the right balance of, I make mistakes, I'm powerful, I fight well, don't actually pay attention all the time to what's happening around me. Just great. And then Joshua Lawson as Kano, you said it, bringing him back was the smartest move.
like there weren't a ton of people in my theater since I I
Yeah.
went to see it like in the mid after or early afternoon.
Yeah.
But man, every time he said something on screen, we were all the whole like there were probably like 15 people in there. We were all laughing.
Yeah. Oh
Like
yeah.
that guy, and I wonder if it was this is similar to the first movie where he ad-libbed a lot
Oh,
and they
okay.
let him ad-lib. So I don't know how much of this was written. I mean, he could have helped write it. I don't his scenes. I don't
Hmm.
know, but oh my goodness, he was freaking hilarious.
Yeah. So we're getting a third one. That's good. Oh, by the way, running time. Not running time. What's it called? We just talked about it. Running Point.
Running Point.
Is picked
Yeah.
up for a third season, by the way.
Oh, cool.
I just
Cool.
spiked in my head. Anyway, but this movie was so much fun. Like, this is one like the first one is very rewatchable as well, even though Cole has plot armor on his side.
Literal plot armor.
Literal plot armor. But Louis Tan, like I'm a big fan of him. I want to see him in more stuff. But this was like a lot of fun. Kung Lao being back, Shao Kahn. Now I will say this: as I was watching the movie, I kept being like, "Is that Samoa Joe? Why isn't Joe Bluth talking?" Because he definitely reminded me of Sweet Tooth a lot. Because he was kind of funny, like and unintentionally funny, which is the best kind, and not cringy. Ludi Lin as Liu Kang got jacked for this.
Dude.
Like, and then Makad Brooks, who I'm actually a big fan of. I love him as Jax. I just really liked him. And then
I've always liked them, yeah.
Toddy Gabriel, who was also in The 100 as Jade, was a really good character to bring into it. And like, you know, I liked the little thing between her and Makad Brooks, and he's like, "You fine, girl." Like,
Yeah.
but you know, Chen Han as Sang Soo was back, but I just, you know, I thought, you know, bringing Bihan back was weird. But it was the Shadow Bihan, so
Yeah.
I
mean,
thought
it
that
was
was good.
Noob Saibot.
Yeah, yes, Noob Saibot, you're right. And then Baka or Baraka.
That I used to love that character, like
Like
when he came out, and I think it was MK2 who came out.
the Johnny Cage love fest is just like it came from out of nowhere. You fought masterfully. You must teach me everything you know.
Yeah.
It was like wait, where did that come from? This is so I don't know. I just thought like the story was great. The fact that the tournament was the overarching premise of the movie, which is what Mortal Kombat is, and then setting the players up in the 1v1 side view before they fought was just masterful. Now back to plot armor, and you know, for the out of 10, this was called "You Always Go for the Head." And yeah, so it's one of those things that you I guess you just can't always, you know, escape.
Yeah. That was
Dude, Cole Young got dirty.
I mean, that was I kind of saw as the fight was going on. I'm like,
yeah.
he has the armor. He's gotten bashed a couple times with the sledgehammer in the chest.
But
Like,
it was
there's
a
only
good
one
fight, and it was like,
Yeah.
I
mean, he would have had him.
Yeah. Oh,
to be honest, he would have had him if Shao Kahn didn't cheat. So,
and cheaters never win, except for when they do, until they don't.
Yeah. Which, like, elder gods that are overseeing this, I mean, y'all got to call a technical, don't you?
Right? Maybe, I don't know.
Like
I thought the way they
come on.
the way they sidelined Raiden was great, like because you know, I mean, Raiden is the big MacGuffin X factor in this.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for the third one.
Yeah, I mean, I really, I had so much fun in this movie.
Kung Lao was my favorite in the first one.
That
I
fight
loved him in this one.
Kung Lao was one of my favorite characters to use too.
Yep. Yeah.
With the hat, like.
Yep. So, flawless victory.
Yeah.
But the fight between him and Liu Kang was great.
Oh, that was awesome.
The fight between Shao Kahn and Liu Kang was great.
And Jack.
Yeah.
And
Jax,
like that. 2-on-1.
Yep.
Or 3-on-1 when Sonya Blade came in.
I liked the use of Sonya this time around. I did a little more than last time. Because like we knew she was gonna get powers at some point, but Jessica McNamee, like she was really good. I was a little concerned at the beginning that maybe she went like Erin Moriarty with her face, but like as the movie went on, like it kind of like I think it was just makeup.
Yeah. Also, hey, can you guys scoot over a little bit? Like yeah. Like you get in front of him, right? Yeah. Yep. There we go.
There we go. That was really fun.
But yeah, Lawson. Oh my God, he's so funny. He is. Like there aren't many. Like there are every now and then you'll see an actor in a role, and you're like, okay, they're like when you think about Tony, RDJ playing Tony Stark or whatever. It's like, oh, these guys are perfect. For Kano, dude is absolutely perfect.
Oh yeah,
don't change a thing. If any Mortal Kombat stuff happens, have this dude in the show, in the movie, whatever, as Kano for eternity. I don't care. Like, dude he's that good in that as that character.
And the funny thing too is if you go and look at pictures of Josh Lawson, like you wouldn't recognize him without the beard. Like he just looks so different.
And I love the idea of why he didn't come back as a zombie when they resurrected him. Quan Chi was like, dude, you don't have enough soul to corrupt.
Right.
Like, well, that's accurate.
Yep.
No lies detected.
Yep. Anyway, yeah, this is a great one. Go see it. See it in the theater. See it on the biggest screen you can see while you can.
Yeah, I got the XD. I saw it on XD.
Yeah. So I did the Regal RPX and just enjoyed the hell out of it. But yeah, so Joe Taslin, who plays Noob Sabat in Bihan, he's actually contracted for like four more after the first one, like so 3 more after this.
Yeah, well, what happens in the games, like, because like one of the original endings that is Scorpion kills Sub-Zero for revenge, revenge, and the next Sub-Zero, I don't know if it's Mortal Kombat 2 or 3, one of his ancestors takes on the mantle of Sub-Zero. So because that's another character I love, Sub-Zero.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I would spam the ice attack.
Nice. So, but yeah, all right. Well, go like super excited about this movie. I'm gonna watch it the day it hits Max. I'll probably buy it once it hits like $12 or lower.
I'm absolutely buying this.
So anyway, all right. Well, you got anything else you want to add?
No, but I'm glad we did end on a high note.
You got to end on a high note. So thank you for listening. Thank you for putting up with our special brand of nonsense this week, where we complained a lot. But Running Point, definitely watch it. It's something you can watch with your whole family, to be honest, for the most part. And it's just a nice little like unwind show, wind down at the end of the night, like, get off your phone and watch it. And yeah. So Darryl, if you don't have anything else,
I do not.
Thank you for listening, and remember, be infamous. The Infamous Podcast is recorded in Kings Mills, Ohio, just north of Cincinnati. You can find new episodes every Sunday on Apple Podcast, YouTube, Spotify, Google Podcast, our website, or anywhere podcasts are downloaded. This show is hosted by Darryl Jasper and me, Brian Tudor. To find more information about the show, visit us at infamouspodcast.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Infamous Podcast to keep up with the show. We also have a Patreon page, patreon.com/infamouspodcast. We have some great rewards for our patrons and are looking for help to grow the show to bring you more of the content you want to hear. Music for this podcast is provided by Michael Henry from meetmichaelhenry.com. So, whenever you're listening to us, have a great day, night, evening, weekend, whenever it is, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for listening.